This is the topic which is challenging in Arabic language. I realized before I add more information about Adad Madud, the numbers, I would like to revise what have you learned about Adad Madud from beginning. So I made one common presentation. Did I share the slide? Yeah, okay. I made the common presentation, which is covering all the Adad Madud till now you have read. And then I will continue with the new explanation about numerals, which has come into this chapter. And inshallah, you will also learn about time to in this chapter. Okay. So we started with this, that in Arabic language, the numbers also have gender. The numbers also have gender, right? And how is it? One, if it is referring to, so one is in the masculine form, muzakkar form is wahidun, and muannas form it is wahidatun, ithnani, ithnatani. What is the i'rab of this? Ithnani. What is the i'rab of this? Rafa. What is it? How do you find out? Ani, good. Very good, very good. Ithnatani, what is the i'rab of this? Rafa, good. Same thing, ani here. Okay. Thalathun, thalathatun. Arba'un, arba'atun. Khamsun, khamsatun. Sittun, sittatun. Sab'un, sab'atun. Thamaniyun, actually it is, but you can say thamanin. What is the i'rab of the thamanin? What is the i'rab of thamanin? Rafa, very good. It is written thamanin for easy reading, but it is Rafa. So don't get confused that, oh, this is kasra, two kasra means this is jar. No. Thamaniyatun. Okay. Tis'un, tis'atun. Ashrun, asharatun. Is it good, brothers and sisters? Shall I go through this revision, Adad Madud, or I jump to the topic which is covered in this? I think it is necessary because a lot of people, they get confused whenever this topic comes. Okay. So let's go through. We started first in last book about Adad from 1 to 10. And out of that, 1 and 2, they will have relationship between Adad and Madud. What kind of relationship will it have? Naat Man'ut. When you start with 1 and 2, these two will have relationship between Adad and Madud as Naat Manut. The moment you are talking about Naat Manut, that means it is matching all the 4 properties of ism, correct? Okay. So matching all the 4 properties of ism. So let's take the example. Talibun wahidun. What is the meaning of this? One talibun wahidun. Okay. One student. Okay. One student. Masculine. How will you say 2 students masculine? How will you say 2 students masculine? Good. طالبان اثنان. How will you say one student feminine? One student feminine. طالبة واحدة. Good. And two feminine students. Two feminine students. طالبتان اثنتان. Very good. So this is clear. Inshallah, I hope after these slides, you will not have any confusion about Adad Madud, because I'm putting everything into one slide, one presentation. Now 3 to 10 rule. Tell me, what do you know about this rule? Keep on telling me, what do you know about? What is the relationship between Adad and Madud? Okay, so they will have relationship between like Mudaf and Mudaf ilayh, similar to that. What else? Adad Madud are opposite in gender. Good. What else? What else? Anything comes to your mind or no? Yes, Madud is plural. That's good. Oh, God, that's good. MashaAllah. So, I don't need to explain these points to you. You already know this. So, if I will say 4 men, I will say arba'atu rijalin. This is plural. Madud is plural. And these are opposite adad. This is adad. And this is Madud. They are opposite gender. Arba'atu rijalin. 4 men. 4 women. 4 women will be what? Nisa'un. Arba'u nisa'in. Very good. Arba'u nisa'in. Very good. Khamsatu muslimina. 5 Muslim men. 5 Muslim men. 5 Muslim women. 5 Muslim women. Khamsu muslimatin. Good. Do you remember the rule of 100 and 1,000? There is a rule for 100 and for 1,000. 100 is called miyatun and 1,000 is called alfun. Madud is singular. Good. Anything else comes to your mind? Madud is mudaf ilayh. Okay. What else comes to your mind? Madud is mudaf ilayh. Tamiz. Madud is mudaf ilayh. So don't get confused. Okay. So there is tamiz coming because there are so many other than Madud came, and there are some places singular is used, But some places it's coming singular, but it is mudaf ilayh. Okay. This is a good point you have mentioned, Sister Tasneem. Miyatun is for both male and female. That's very good point. That's a very good point. Same thing for alfun. It is for both male and female. So the 100 number will always be miyatun and does not change its gender. The 1000 always remains alfun and does not change its gender. So I think these two bullets I did not explain to you earlier, but I told you. But I have added these two bullets in my presentation now. I didn't added it before because I saw the previous slides. So here, Madud is singular, but it is not tamyiz. So it will be mi'atu rajulin. So no confusion now with the tamyiz, brothers and sisters. Okay. Mi'atu rajulin. What about 100 women? 100 women. So it will be mi'atu imra'atin. No, not nisaun, Siraj. It has to be singular. Mi'atu imra'atin. Okay. Okay. If you want to say 1000 men. Okay. So for 100 riyals, it will be mi'atu riyalin. Mi'atu riyalin. 100 riyals, it will be riyalin because it is mudaf ilayh. Okay. For 1000 men, alfu rajulin. So here I took the example of walad. So 1000 boys, alfu waladin. Okay, 1000 girls. 1000 girls. No, not banatin. Not banatin. Alfu bintin. Alfu bintin. $1,000. Alfu dularin. Good. Okay, now we come to the rules from 11 to 19. Now 11 to 19, here the rule of tamiz comes. So when we are talking about tamiz, what do we know about it? It's singular, right? What else? Nasab, good. It's mansoob, very good. And also, when it comes to 11 to 19, so the adad is no more a single word. The adad is a combination of words. It's called murakkab. Okay. For example, I took the example last time. Thalatha ashrata talibatan. Arba'ata ashra taliban. So there are, for the adad is represented by with these colors, red and blue, red and blue. This is adad. It is a murakkab. Okay. This is murakkab. So there is always two parts of the adad. We will call it as first part and we'll call it as second part. Okay. Now let's look at the rule of 11 and 12. So there is always special rule for always the first two. Like there was special rule for 1 and 2. Same thing, special rule for 11 and 12. Now, what is that? The 11 and 12, if Madud is Muzakkar, the Adad is also Muzakkar. That means they match. They match in the gender. And also, the first part of the Adad and the second part of the Adad also match in gender. That means everything matches in gender. The first part is also, if it is Muzakkar, the first part of Adad is also Muzakkar. Second part of Adad is also Muzakkar if the Madud was Muzakkar. So everything is Muzakkar. If Madud is Muannas, then first part is Muannas, second part is Muannas, and obviously Madud is Muannas. Understood, brothers and sisters? Okay. For example, Ahada Ashara Taliban. 11 students. Ahada is Muzakkar. Ashara is again Muzakkar. Taliban is Madud. It is Muzakkar. Okay. Ithna Ashara Taliban. Ithna Ashara Taliban. Okay. Then for feminine again, Ihda Asharata Talibatan. So Ihda Asharata Talibatan. And Ithnata Asharata Talibatan. This is important to know. So you have to, Adad is also Muannas. The first part of Adad is Muannas, the second part of Adad is Muannas, and the Madud is Muannas. No. Yeah, it is plural. For you, it is plural, but it is pronounced as singular because it is tamiz. I told you there is tamiz here. So whenever it's tamiz, it's always singular and mansub. Now that's the general rule from 11 to 19. Now I am making special exception for 11 and 12. So see, there is no dispute about Ma'dud. Ma'dud, when it comes to 11 to 19, it is always tamiz. Understood, Siraj? So when it is tamiz, it is singular and it is mansub. Okay? Yeah. So this is one thing. And also, I would like to tell you that Adad is the general rule. Actually, I didn't wrote it in the first slide. I should have written it. The general rule is the Adad is mabni. So it will be ahada, ashara. This will be ehda, asharata. It is always mabni, like that. Except there is further exception only for 12. You remember, brothers and sisters? Do you remember? So this is mabni. So even if there is a harfu jar coming before that, anything coming, it will be always ahada ashara. It will be always ehda asharata. But there is a special rule for 12. And what is that? You know, mabni. Mabni means it will not change the form, whether it is coming as rafa, nasab, or jar. It will remain as it is. So ahada ashara will remain. Only first part declines. Yes, when it comes to 12, only the first part declines. Okay. So when it comes to number 12, so the first part of the adad declines. So let's say, what is 2 in the halat of rafa? 2. In the halat of, when it comes to muzakkar. How do you call muzakkar? 2 in halat of rafa. Normal numbers we always say in halat of rafa. That was the first slide of this. Ithnani, very good. Ithnani. So what will be the halat of nasab. Ithnaini, very good. And halatul jar. Ithnaini, excellent. Okay, tell me for the muannas. Muannas 2. Muannas 2. Ithnatani, very good. And nasab. Ithnataini and jar. Ithnataini. Now, the moment, there is one more thing. See, you have noticed between 11 to 19, the first part is not, it's behaving like a mudaf. For example, ahada, it is not ahadun. It is behaving like a mudaf. It is not taking tanween. Ahada, ashara, it is not behaving like a tanween. Okay, mudaf doesn't take tanween. You know that, right? Something like it behaves like that. So if you want to say 12 muzakkar, how will you say? Ithna ashara. So this is like, actually it is ithnani, but you don't pronounce noon, because when mudaf comes as, the mudaf doesn't like the sound of noon. The mudaf doesn't like the sound of noon. So you will not pronounce ithnani, you will say ithna ashara. Did you understand this part? This is the difficult part to understand. Because if you see, so it's like, it's not, you cannot say exactly the relationship here between the first part and the second part is like mudaf, mudaf ilayh, but you can say that it behaves somewhat like mudaf. And mudaf, it doesn't like tanween, and it is tanween, and doesn't like the sound of noon. That's the rule of the mudaf, you know that, right? So that's why you remove noon and you pronounce 12 as ithna ashara. Understood, brothers and sisters? You remove the noon of this. Ithna. You just omit the noon. Ithna ashara. Understood, everyone? Okay. Now in the nasab form, how will you say 12? In the nasab form, how will you say 12? Ithnai ashara. Very good. In the jar form, how will you say 12? Yes, ithnai ashara. Now tell me for the muannas ma'dud. For muannas ma'dud, how will you say 12? Ithnata ashrata. Very good. Ithnata ashrata. In the nasab, Ithnatai ashrata. Very good. And jar, Ithnatai ashrata. Okay. So you understood this, brothers and sisters? Okay. So this is an example. Uridu thnai ashara riyalan. What is the meaning? Uridu is I want. So this is what? This is fail. It includes file also. I uridu ithnai. Why this is ithnai? Why this? Ithnai ashara riyalan. Why this is ithnai? Yeah, mansub. Why maf'ul bihi? Very good. هذا الكتاب Bisnai ashara riyalan. This kitab is of 12 riyals. This is B is harfujar. So what is the status of this? This is majroor. I think we'll continue this tomorrow from here, and we will gradually go, after finishing the revision, we'll go into the new topic of Adad Madud tomorrow. Understood, brothers and sisters? Revise this Adad Madud again, today's slides, and then we'll continue gradually tomorrow to the new topic. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. بارك الله فيكم.